Let's go. So we're going to be practicing, we're going to be putting everything together, like I mentioned here. So we're going to be putting together addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I have the rules here as is the first question, right? So you will see the multiplication and division rules and everything here to the, right-hand side of the screen. I want you all to simplify the first question for me. In other words, you have to try to break down the question and simplify it as much as possible and send your answer. Now, these questions are long, eh? They're not short questions, and they're full of tricks. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to come up with something and send the answers on the chat. Let's rewrite this question so it's a bit easier to understand. So here we have the minus 4 plus. So this part here is pretty easy. The first 3 items. This minus sign, we all know that if we look to the left of an item, you're supposed to see a sign. And of course, if you look to the left and you do not see a sign, then it's automatically positive. However, we're seeing a minus sign to the left of the 8a on 4. But there's a small problem. This minus sign is smack in the middle. So who should we attach the minus sign to? Who does the minus sign belong to? Right? Remember, we said if something is smack in the middle, it's better to assume it's on top. So what you could do, you can edit this question. Well, I can erase stuff and whatnot, right? So this minus sign, I'm going to erase it, and I'm going to put it more to the top, closer to the 8a, which means that the 4 underneath, if you look to the left, you don't see a sign now. But we all know that if you look to the left and you don't see anything, it is positive. I have a little cough this morning. All right. Now, here's the thing, right? And I'm going to have to remind you about this over and over in maths. You see, when you have more than one items on top of a divide sign, see how we have the 20a and the minus 16b, right? You're already supposed to imagine the top in brackets. No, very few examiners will put the top in brackets, right? So, in other words, I'll do that back in slow motion. How you have the 20a and minus 16b and one big divide sign, make sure and put it in brackets. Why are we doing that? You see this sign here, right? It really belongs on top, but it really belongs to everybody on top. It belongs to the 20a and the 16b. And it's not going to make a big difference today, and I will explain why just now. So this positive sign, how he's smack in the middle, I would suggest that you erase it like this, and you pretend that it's on top, which means that everybody on top gets multiplied by the positive sign. Because in maths, when you have 2 things and a brackets, and you have nothing in between, it's automatically a multiply, right? So I want everyone to rewrite this question exactly how I have it here, with the brackets on top and the positive sign more to the top, because when something is smack in the middle, it belongs on top. And then we're going to slowly do what? Simplify this question. All right, so let's get started. Let me get a different color here. So here I have the minus 4 plus 6a minus 7b. Let's simplify this. Here's a division. Remember, when we're doing the division, we can use the N, L, and S, right? We divide the numbers first, then put any letters, and then the signs. 8 divided by 4 is 2. The letter involved is A, and a minus divided by a positive. Look at your multiplication and division rules. When you have a minus and a positive, you get a minus. So I hope you all had that part correct at least. Now over here, remember, what does this mean? This means that everybody on top gets divided by what? -4. We have two items on top, and both of them get divided by -4. But let's multiply out the brackets first, right? Remember, this 20a is really a positive. I'm going to write it here, right? So when you multiply a positive and a positive, if you look over here, two positives give you back a positive. And when you multiply a positive by a negative, you get back a negative. So it doesn't really change the signs on top. So we're going to get back positive 20a, and then positive by a minus is a minus, and then you have the 16b, but both persons at the same time get divided by what? -4. So you see what I did? For each of the top items, I wrote a separate divide sign. And I'm dividing each one individually by -4, right? And then we put back what? Mr. Positive 10. So what you want to do now is simplify this area and this area. So let's start back. You have -4 plus 6a minus 7b minus 2a. We're going to divide, so we can use the multiplication and divide rules. Do the numbers or values first. 20 divided by 4 is what? Let me get a different color here. 20 divided by 4 is what? 5. Put back the letter a. A positive divided by a negative, you'll see it here, is a negative. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Don't forget to put back b. And when you divide 2 minus, remember this minus sign belongs to the 16. When you divide 2 minus, you get a positive. Simplify it from here now, guys. Drag all the a's together, drag all the b's together, and all the values without any letters together. And then use your addition and subtraction rules to finally simplify it. So good luck with that. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Yes. So let me get a different color. Let me get some blue. I'm going to circle all the A's together. And when I'm circling it, I'm circling the sign as well. He has an A and he also has an A. I'm going to underline the B's and everything without a letter. I'm going to put a squiggly line underneath. And I'm going to drag everything with A together. So I'm going to drag the 6A minus 2A and minus 5A together. Positive 6A minus 2A minus 5A. Get a different color for the B's. The B's are who? Minus 7B and positive 4B. Minus 7B, positive 4B. And then everything without a letter, drag them together, minus 4A and positive 10. We should be able to add and subtract this pretty easy. Positive 6A minus 2A, signs are different. So look at the addition and subtraction rules. Signs are different. So you minus 6 minus 2 is 4. Don't forget to put back the letter A and put back the sign of the larger value. And you still have what? Minus 5A to deal with. Minus 7B plus 4B, signs are different. So we minus. Don't forget to put back the letter and the sign of the larger value, which is 7. You put that back as well. Almost finished, guys. Minus 4 plus 10. Signs are different. So you minus and put back the sign of the larger one. We just have this blue part to further simplify. Positive 4A minus 5A. Signs are different, so we minus. So 5 minus 4 is 1. Don't forget to put back the letter involved and the sign of the larger value. And this is as simple as this question can get. It cannot get any simpler because on the last line, all the letters are different. How much people got that correct? Look for your error, right? Look for your error. Like I said, today's class is based on the assumption that you were here for the first class, second class, you revise, you come to practice everything with a focused mind today. Look for your mistakes. Let me know if you spotted your mistake. All right, we have a little scene here, a little cut scene here. All right, so remember last week, I think, yeah, 3 of them went. It was Laura, Terry, and Farina. Who do you all think is next to meet their maker? Right? Some people say Alan, some people say Sally. All right, let's see who's next. We're sorry to announce the death of Freddy the Froggy. The insects grew tired of Freddy eating their friends and family. The insects formed a vigilante group and took care of Mr. Froggy. Ah, poor Mr. Froggy, out of the game. He's a goner. All right. Great. All right, so I want you all to try this one now, right? You're going to get a 5 minutes again, and then I'll jump into to help, right? Remember, these questions are not easy, right? They're supposed to be difficult. So, and it's also not a race to get it out first. Right? I realize some people just throw in an answer on the chat without trying or without much trying. Take your time. You have a full 5 minutes before I even jump into assist. Good luck, and I await your answers. Start. Let's kind of say how, not rearrange, but rewrite the equation a little bit different. Let's put in all missing signs and whatnot. Like this 3p, he's really positive 3p. So I think we should put in that positive sign there for sure. Also, I told you all that when you have more than one items on top of a divide sign, it's a good idea to put in your brackets. And this positive sign, how he is in the middle, he really belongs. We should imagine it to be on top. So let me just erase this positive sign here and rewrite it so that it's positive on top. So that means this positive sign belongs to everybody on top, the 9 and the 18, right? Make sure and rewrite it like that. And the minus sign by that 20. He's smack in the middle, so let's erase him and put him on top. How much people at least did those steps first? You have to kind of clean up the equation or kind of rewrite it before you start, right? So I'm hoping that everyone at least did that part for me. If not, I'm giving you a minute to make some headway. So the first part is a multiplication because there's a secret multiply in between the -4 and the brackets, right? So you can imagine a multiplication sign living in between here. So if you're multiplying and you're going to use the NLS, you multiply, well, the numbers first, then the letters, and then the signs. So we're going to get rid of the brackets first. 4 by 3 is what? 12, but both items get multiplied by 4. 4 by 2 is 8. The letter involved here is P. The letter involved here is M. Let's do the signs. A minus multiplied by a positive. Look at your multiplication rules here. A minus multiplied by a positive is a minus. And a minus multiplied by another minus. 2 minus will give you a positive. Now over here, we have to remember there's a positive sign here and there's a bracket. So there's a secret multiply. So everybody on top gets multiplied by a positive. Now remember this 9 is positive, right? And it have a positive weighting on the outside. Positive by a positive is still a positive. And a positive by a negative, if you look at your rules here, a positive by a negative who belongs to the 18 is another negative. Now this -3 is underneath here. Both of them get divided by who? -3 at the same time. So you put a separate divide sign here and a separate divide sign. Divide him by -3 and him by -3. Then you have Mr. Positive 10 minus 11M. Here you have a little division to do. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Put back the letter involved. Divide 2 minus. Look at your rules. When you divide 2 minus, you get a positive. How much people have up to there? It's like somewhere in your work, and we're far from finishing, but I'm check your signs, Your signs have to be 100% correct, and make sure check your signs. One sign off, and the whole question goes down the drain. The whole question. Right? Let's do some more simplification. We get a different color here. So you have Mr. minus 12p here. You have Mr. 8m. Division. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Put the m. A positive divided by a minus is a minus. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Divide 2 minus, you get a positive. Then you bring down Mr. positive 10 here, minus 11m, and Mr. 4 positive p. Start your grouping now. Put all the m's together. Put all the p's together. And then everything without a letter together. All right, so let me help you with that part. Let me circle all. The m comes before p, so I most likely will do the m's first. Remember, the order doesn't matter. You can do the p's first if you wish. It doesn't really matter. Underline the p's. I put squiggly lines underneath the things that have no letters. Take it from there, guys. I'll give you a minute. Right, so we have the majority of the work in here on the screen, right? Let's put all the m's together as promised. So I'll use the red for that. So you have positive 8m minus 3m minus 11m. That's everything with m together. I'll use black for the p's. Minus 12p plus 4p. That's the 2 p's. And then everything without any letters. I'll use blue for it. Positive 6, positive 10. Let's start simplifying. Handle these two first. Positive 8m minus 3m. This is addition and subtraction. Signs are different, so you minus. 8 minus 3 is 5. Don't forget to put back the letter m and the sign of the larger value. And then you have minus 11m waiting there, but we'll handle him just now. 12p plus 4p. Signs are different, so we minus again. 12 minus 4 is 8. Put back the letter involved once. Put back the sign of the larger value. 12 is larger than 4. And well, 6 plus 10, well, anybody can add 6 and 10, right? So even if you use the rules, you're going to get positive 16 here. Let's do this last piece of simplification here. 5m minus 11m. The signs are different, so you minus, you will get 6m. And who is larger? The 11. Minus 8p plus 16. And of course, you can have the answer in any order. Once the signs are the same, you can have the minus 8p first, the minus 6m in the middle, right? How much people got this 100% correct, right? Even if you took my hints, even if you needed a little jump start, once you finally got it correct at the end, take it as a win. Let's see if we get a harder question going here. But first, let's see who's next to meet their maker. Freddy is gone. Laura the ladybug is gone. Terry the tiger is gone. Farina the fish is gone. Who do you think is next? Remember, there's only one animal that's going to be alive at the end of class, right? So a lot of people have it out for Alan. No one likes Alan the alligator for some reason. Not too sure why. But let's see who's next. We're sorry to announce the death of Paul the parrot. Paul joined the Amazon mafia, but kept obviously repeating everything they said to the police. Typical parrots. And of course, the mafia took care of him. Bye-bye, Paul. All right. All right, so the countdown is on to see who will be alive at the end of class. Let's move on. Good luck with this one. Now, I want to point out one thing, right? Before you start this question, right? Even though I mentioned it last week, If you multiply A by A, won't you get A squared? Make sure that that's going to come up to there. If you multiply two same letters, you get that letter squared. Also, if you have A squared divided by A squared, remember, is A multiplied by A, right? You all see the relationship here? A squared, which is on top, is A multiplied by A. Would one A underneath cancel out with an A on top? Remember how to cancel out things in fractions, right? Would one A cancel out another A on top? Yes, right? This A will cancel out with this A, leaving you with how much? Only one A. So the answer would be A. So A squared divided by A will give you what? A. And if you multiply two A's together, you will get A squared. That's a hint to help you with that question on top. As usual, 5 minutes. Good luck before I jump in to help. Right. Yes, this 5 is a positive 5 here. Positive, that's positive 5. Good luck, guys. Right, let's do some rearrangement here. Now, this 4A is really positive. This 6A is really positive, right? I know I'm writing it small, but that 6A is supposed to be positive. This 22A on minus 10B, how it's on top of the divide sign. Remember, I told you all it's a good idea when you have more than one items on top of a divide sign. Oh, put it in brackets. Do yourself. Get in the habit of always doing that, right? And this positive sign, how he's smack in the middle, we should probably write him more on top. So everybody on top gets multiplied by the positive sign. Everything, look, oh, this minus sign by the 40, well, we should probably write him where? On top. Right, so that minus, I'm gonna write that a little bit. So that minus sign goes on top. So let's begin to multiply out these things. Everyone inside this bracket, all three items individually get multiplied by positive 4A. But let's do the numbers first. 4 by 6 is 24. 4 by 2 is 8. 4 by 5 is 20. I multiply all the numbers inside there by 4. The letters now. When you multiply A and A, like I mentioned, you will get A squared. A multiplied by B is AB or BA. It doesn't matter which one you put first, but like I said, I like alphabetical order. And when you're multiplying the 4A by the 5, the only letter involved was A. Let's get the signs down. A positive multiplied by a positive. Keep your eye on the multiplication rules here. A positive multiplied by a positive is a positive. A positive by a minus is a minus. And a positive by another positive is a positive. I know it's kind of squished together there. Sorry about that. Let's get a different color here. Let's multiply every one on top by a positive sign. A positive by a positive, because the 22 is positive, because when you look to the left, if you don't see anything, it's positive. A positive by a positive is a positive. So you get 22A, and a positive by a minus, look at your rules, is a minus. So it remains positive 22 and minus 18B. But everybody here, when they have one big divide sign and one item underneath, everybody gets divided by the underneath item individually. So you put divided by minus 2 here and divided by minus 2. You put back Mr. 10A and minus 11. Let's do the division here. 40 divided by 5. 40 divided by 8 is 5. I gave away the answer there. When you divide 2 minus, you get a positive. And remember, I told you all just now for the hint. A squared divided by A squared divided by A will give you A. And I explained that at the beginning of the question. How much people have something like that up to there? Well, we still have to simplify the red part, right? Look for any mistakes, correct them, and take some time to finish off the question. Yeah. Right. You have positive 24A squared. I just writing back the black part there. You can't really do much there. The red part, 22 divided by 2. It be dividing because there's a big divide sign here. 22 divided by 2 is obviously 11. You put back the letter A. When you divide positive and a minus, you get a minus. 18 divided by 2. Remember, it's divide. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Put back the letter involved, which is B. And when you divide 2 minus, you get a positive. Put back the positive 10A minus 11. I know I'm moving a little bit slower with this one, right? But I think this one a little bit harder than the rest because of how we have E squared and whatnot. How much people have up to there? Look at it properly. Make sure all your signs are exact. Oh, quick question. Can you add A, like if I have, I just saying if, right? If I have 5A plus 7B, can I add 5A and 7B? Can I squish them together to get one answer? I know it's a simple question, but I'm building up to something. The answer is no, right? Because remember, when you're adding or subtracting, the letter types must be exactly the same. So if I had, so this one cannot be done. If I have 5A plus 7A, I could squish them together to get one answer, right? Because the letters are the same. But can I add A and A squared? Is it possible to add A and A squared? The answer is no. You see, sorry. A and A squared are not the same types of letters. I mean, both of them have an A, but A and A squared are considered different letter types. It's just as different as A and B. And also, so this one cannot be simplified or squished together. And if you have 5A plus 7AB, this also cannot be squished together. A and AB are different letter types. How could A and AB be the same thing? They are completely different. So not even that one could be simplified. You'll have to leave them separate. All right? Right. Look for this one little mistake here. I think some people don't have the A, B over here. If I have A here and I have B, when I multiply the A by the B, I must get A, B. A lot of people, I think they only have A, or they forget out the B or something, but based on the answers you're sending. All right, let's group all the similar items together. Now, this one, I'm going to have plenty different items. A squared. It only have one item with A squared. It have nobody else with A squared, right? How much people have AB? I think only one item has AB. So I'll underline the AB. Who has A? The 20 and the 10. Oh, and the 11. The three of them have A's, so you'll be able to squish them together. Oh, I have a next A here. Sorry. 4 things with A. And then, oh God, I'm running out of symbols. I'll get a box. The 9B. The 9, only one item has B in it. And then who doesn't have any letters? The 11. Right. So this one is going to be a handful, right? The answer is going to be look very long. So the positive 24A squared has no friends. So you write back him. The minus AB, he has no friends. So you write back minus AB. But the A's, it have plenty people with just A's in them, right? So let me write back everyone with an A. The positive 20A, oops, I write that bad. Positive 20A minus 11A plus 10a plus 5a, right? So everything with an a, I group them together. And then you have what? The 9b, who has no friends, and the minus 11, who has no friends. Looking good so far, guys? I grouped all the similar items, but it seems only the A's, the plain old boring A's, have things in similar. Everybody else is alone. They have no friends. So that white part, we need to simplify that white part, okay? We could probably do it in groups of twos if we wish. We could group these two together and then these two together. Signs are different. So when signs are different, you minus. So 20 minus 11 is 9. Don't forget to put back the A. And who is larger, the 20? If you group these two together, right? You can do it in any order. You can do it in any order, the white part, right? Positive 10A plus 5A. Signs are the same. Both of them are positive. So we add. We're going to get 15. Put back the letter A and put back the sign of the larger one. Then we could group these two together now. 9a plus 15a, signs are the same. I think you're going to get 24a, and you put back the sign of the the larger one is a 15, sorry. But both of them have a positive sign anyway. So when you group the a's, you get 24a. And now you write back everybody else in its place. And that will be your final answer. Positive 24a squared minus 8ab plus 9b minus 11. And that cannot be simplified. Everybody has a different combination of letters. It looks complicated, but that is your answer. Look for your mistakes and see if you can reason it out. All right, let's see who is next to meet their doom. The list is getting smaller and smaller. Who do you all think is next? It's between Alan, Tony, and Sally. All right, people have it out for Sally, I guess, because she's a snake. All right. Let's see who will win. Next on the list is... We're sorry to announce the death of Alan the alligator. Alan was a cave explorer, and he used to explore caves. Unfortunately, he was eaten by a giant cave spider. That little spider there. Bye-bye, Alan. See you in the afterlife. All right, so I guess it's between Tony and Sally. But they only have two contestants remaining. Right. This one has a trick in it, and it has fractions. So let's see if you all remembered how to deal with the fractions from last week. Good luck. 5 minutes head start. This minus sign belongs on top, and then I could put everyone here divided by 1. And of course, the minus sign would belong to the 10. So if the minus sign goes to the top, it belongs to the 3. That means the 2 underneath would be positive. 4x is the same thing as 4x on 1. Both of them are positive because if you look to the left, you don't see any signs. So if you want to write a positive here and a positive here, this minus sign, let it belong to the 10y, and the 1 is underneath, and he could be positive 1. Now, this is where it's going to be super important today to make sure and write the whole top in brackets. Remember, once again, I said, if you have 2 or more items on top of a divide sign, put the brackets there, otherwise you will get it wrong in most of the cases. So this minus sign belongs on top, so it's minus, open brackets, 12x minus 8 divided by what? Positive 4. And remember, this 12x here, if you look to the left, you don't see anything, so he's positive. Then you put back minus 11y and minus 7. Right, take it from there, right? You still have about 3 more minutes before I jump in again. We multiply the top out first using the multiplication rules, right? We'll just take our time and do that, and then multiply the underneath. So let's multiply the values first. 3 by 4 is what? 12. 3 by 10 is 30. The letter involved here is X on top, and the letter involved here is Y. A minus multiplied by a positive is a minus, and a minus multiplied by another minus is a positive. Let's do the underneath. And the underneath easy. 2 by 1 is what? 2. 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. Multiply 2 positives, you get back a positive. Multiply 2 positives, you get back a positive. Right, so this can be, and of course, we'll be able to simplify this just now because we know 2 could get divided. Sorry, we know 12 could get divided by 2, and we know 30 could also get divided by 2. But we'll do that afterwards. Let me get pink here. Do I have a pink color? Yes, I do. Now, everyone here gets multiplied by what weighted on the outside, a minus. Now, look at this. I know real people are going to fall for the district this time. Here, a minus by a positive is a minus. So you'll get minus 12x. But if you have a minus here and a minus 8, the minus multiplied by a minus is a positive 8. How much people did not have the positive 8 there? You see, by putting the brackets, we realize, wait now, everybody on top gets divided by the minus sign, gets multiplied by the minus sign. How much people had the positive 8? Like, it didn't fall for that trick. If you have minus 8 here, you're going to get the whole question wrong, eh? The whole question wrong. And then we have to divide everyone on top by what? Positive 4. Minus 11y minus 7. Take your time now. And well, if you get this part here wrong, you part with the positive 8. Start back your calculations. Go up to that point, and I'm giving you 2 minutes to simplify everything and get the final answer. 12 divided by 2 is 6. A minus divided by a positive is a minus, and you put back the letter X. 30 divided by 2 is 15. The letter involved is Y. Divide 2 positives, you get back a positive. 12 divided by 4 is 3. The letter there is X. A minus divided by a positive is a minus. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Divide 2 positives, you get a positive. And then you have minus 11y minus 7. Right, so we're going to put all the x's together, then all the y's, and then everything without any letters. This is an x. This has an x. Y's, y's. No letters. Let's put all the x's together. Minus 6x minus 3x. Positive 15y minus 11y's. And then, who doesn't have any letters? The positive 2 minus 7. Take it from there, guys. It should be real easy to simplify there now and get your final answer. This one. Minus 6x minus 3x. This is addition and subtraction. Eh? Signs are the same, so we add. 6 plus 3 is 9. The letter involved is x, and you put back the sign of the larger value. Some people had positive 9x. It's minus 9x, right? Not positive. 2 negatives do not make a positive when you are adding or subtracting. 15y minus 11y. Signs are different, so we minus. The letter involved is y, and we put back the sign of the larger value, which is the 15. 2 minus 7. Signs are different again. Minus 7 minus 2 is 5. Put back the sign of the larger one. That's your final answer. Look for your mistakes. Look for your mistakes. Okay. And we opened class a little bit early today, My son's school has their uniform sale today, So I have to go and rush and buy uniforms this morning for my son. All right. But we're almost at the end of the game anyway. Two contenders. Who do you think is going to be alive at the end of the game? Even if you're out of the game. So still make a guess. I just want to see who will live, Tony or Sally? Who do you think will be the victor? Okay. All right, let's see who is the winner. Play some music there. And the winner is... We're sorry to announce the death of Tony the Toucan. With the competition drawing to an end, Sally the Snake became obsessed with winning. Sally poisoned Tony to become the winner, fair and square. So Sally is the winner of the game. All right, so for those who guessed Sally from, I think it was last week we started this game, congratulations. And even if you just guessed it just now, still congratulations. All right. So guys, we're going to be holding off class today a little bit early, right? Like I mentioned why just now, right? Miss will have her English class as usual at 11:30, right? And next week we are going to start solving for X, like how to get X on one side and everyone else on the other side, better known as transposing. And next week will be our last maths class until the September. All right, so guys, see you all. Some of you all, I'll see you tomorrow for integrated science, HSB, and biology. So till then, guys, have a good Saturday. And if you didn't understand everything, not a problem. The class will be recorded and uploaded. I know I'm behind on recordings. I haven't uploaded anything since Wednesday, but I'll resolve it this weekend. Take care.